Hi guys, I came here to share with you something I think is really special to me. It's part of my creative process. I make poems up off the top of my head. Like we take this collage, for example. It looks pretty gruesome. I like to do the next one actually, but this one is like a lot of people want to know how I make up my songs and how I spontaneously create freestyles. And I think the first major step is just creating a safe place for you not to feel like you can say whatever you want. I think in this day and age now, just from hearing the other people speak, you know, we definitely need to get more creative in the way we're approaching laws, the way we're approaching the land, especially with all these people. So a good exercise for me to like exercise the more creative side of the brain is the verbal collage vortex. So the verbal collage vortex, as you see, I get crazy with glue sticks and scissors, you know, and I make collages and I deal with themes that are somewhere inside of me, and then I say what I see. And the key is not to be so ambitious that you want to sound good or sound that great or make it rhyme or even have it on beat. The main thing is just to get those visions in your head, immerse yourself with what you see, and just say it, and somehow you're going to connect the points in a creative process. And if you don't connect the points, that's all right. You know, this is a different area of the brain, I assume. So we'll take this. Sure, the collages are going kind of fast, but there's no reason to run past as I put intention into my hands and the tentacles of this life, dealing with the manuscripts and the transition of the tradition that's right. So as we let go of the past and the typewriter that's banging my head, the hot salsa that makes these levels of light shed, all in gamma rays, I'm gonna knock them out the court and realize homelessness isn't a sport, but we are open air occupants wandering around in circles. Here's my band family dinner. All right. So stuff like that, we just keep on rolling with that and keep that going just to get that exercise. Because a lot of times people say, oh, I can make up things as I go along. I can freestyle. I'm not on beat. But they don't even know that is their song. That is your rap beat. And you said that's so on beat, it was like you didn't miss a beat. And so that's the key, is just realize that when you create that space, you don't necessarily have to think before you speak. I know a lot of times, like whether you're a lawyer or you're in the academia field, you definitely need to have your major supports and your references. But the references right here is just your own personal experience and your own randomness, you know, and I think that is pretty liberating, you know. Now, me, I might feel liberated just sitting down and trying to study. You know, it might be I'm different on that level. So I can sing a song on the ukulele, but this quantum lyricism thing is basically me trying to reprogram my DNA through vibration, intention, imagination, and intuition. You know what I mean? So all that stuff, it might seem kind of convoluted, but it's through that convolution. Is that a word, convolution? You know, it's through that we're able to like sift something, find something creative. Maybe it was a mistake you made. Maybe the teddy bears weren't cuddling when the nuke bombs were dropping. Maybe the walls were going up and the system wasn't stopping. Maybe as we wave our little banner, it's always at half staff. Maybe this love is off the chart, off the graph. You know, it's just like continue to mob through this and realize that we're going to stimulate this passion in order to change laws and change our approach on the same mundane rhetoric that's really getting us nowhere, other than just, I mean, you know, policy. You know, so as the smoke wafts and I read my palm, I try not to panic and just stay calm. Kick back underneath the coconut palm frond, looking at divas too stuck on themselves as I find the essence of true wealth, lost in my own materialistic needs, belonging but staying strong and letting go of my belongings, taking new priorities in the new domain as I refrain from that game. In it, but not of it. Infinite, because we love it. So verbal collage vortex, if you got glue sticks and scissors, another great thing about verbal collage vortexing is, you know, we're so inundated, we're so immersed in all these like,
ad campaigns and the need for more and more and more, that what is so liberating about making a collage is you can take these images that are pretty much inflicted upon us as members of society, and we can make the antithesis of it. We can take a Gap or some kind of Budweiser ad. We can cut it around, put it in some other place, unlock some truth behind the scenes of what's going on, and then we're able to not be bombarded. We just did the antithesis of all this media and all this inundation, and focus on that. It's amazing how creative you can get with the backdrop of some Budweiser ad, I mean, who would have known that I'd be looking at magazines for ads now? Like, oh, I like this color blue. Let's just make it blue in the back. Let's stick with 3 images. And you know what? It's okay if you can't round corners real well. It took me years before I realized, turn the paper. Turn the paper. You don't just do the scissor thing. That's not going to do it. You got to rotate the paper. So verbal collage vortex. We'll do one more little poem. This one's actually memorized. It's about rainbows. Spectrum of a prism, visual vapor display. Angels do graffiti, and they spray this way. Tuned in arc of diversity, 'cause even the dark is immersed in me. Shimmering bridge to 2 domains, from rays of sun to drips of rain. Earth and heaven became the same. So what's my name? What's my name? I'm a rainbow. I'm a rainbow. So I wonder if she's going to eat her chicken. I wonder if this is like one of her once-a-week plans. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to eat a chicken. I'm going to eat a chicken. I'm going to be more sustainable. I'm going to eat 1 chicken a day. Matter of fact, I'm going to kill it and pick it so my grandma don't complain. And I'm going to massage her feet. And don't forget, we're on an island. All right? We are on an island. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great break. My name's Joel Speier.